Can you hear
Can you
me?
hear me?
Yep. How are you doing?
There you go. Can you hear me?
I can.
There we go.
You didn't give me a
How's it
lot
going,
of
sir?
information on your business.
All right.
Um, Go ahead.
Sorry. So it's just mobile RV repairs. Customers call me and I just go wherever their RV is located. It could be their house, it could be an RV park, it could be wherever. I just go straight to them. And that's really the gist of it. It's just like a mobile mechanic, like a car mechanic or anything like that.
Okay. And what do you
Based out of
use?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Florida? Okay. What do you use as a vehicle?
So currently I use my pickup truck, which is my personal vehicle. Um, that's all I have right now. Um, I'm using QuickBooks and a CRM I'm using is House Call Pro.
Okay. Yeah.
So I have House Call Pro connected with my QuickBooks. So any invoice I do on House Call goes directly to QuickBooks. Um, really the only issue that I'm having is the lack of the knowledge to expand and basically to get another technician. Um, and for me to do all the other things, the biggest things in this business are locating parts. That's really one of the most difficult things in this industry. I don't know if you're familiar with the RV industry, but it is one of the craziest parts of the entire industry. Even all the dealers have trouble with this. I worked at a dealer for about 9.5 years, and we struggled with that all the time, was getting the correct parts. So um, I'm pretty good at that. But for me to be the communication with the customer, for me to be getting the parts, and for me to going out and doing the work, it's a lot. Um, it's a lot. So I'm looking to figure out, with knowledge from people that have more knowledge than me, figure out how to expand and the best route to go about with this business, and how to do it the right way.
Hmm. Boy, you said a lot.
Yeah,
There's a lot there. You said four or five things, and one of them could be, a substantial conversation. And I'm not sure that you're focusing in on the biggest problem of your business yet, right?
right.
You're referring to symptoms, right? And
Mhm.
what happens when we try to fix a symptom, we end up creating other symptoms, and we never solve the root cause. Okay, so you're saying the biggest problem in your business is the fact you can't find parts. I wouldn't see it that way. I would say, Colt, may we have a frank discussion? May I treat you as the buddy, long lost buddy that I haven't seen you in 10 years?
Yeah,
Because,
100%.
okay, because if we can't have an honest, fearless communication, we're not going to get anywhere. Okay.
Yeah,
The biggest problem is not the fact that you can't find parts. The biggest problem from my perspective is the fact that you're working with your hands.
right.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
if you're doing your employees' work, who is doing the CEO's work?
right.
Right. So
Yes,
who's doing the brand and differentiation and the marketing and creating relationships and solving the problems before you create the problems? Okay. Those are
right.
the conversations we need to have. I mean, sure, not being able to find parts, that's a huge problem. So I'm surprised there isn't, a dealer with inventory somewhere in North America that you can deal with. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole
Right.
right now. Um,
Right.
so how many projects do you go and you fix the project the first time without going back? How many, what percentage is that?
Probably 60.
60%. Okay.
Yeah,
So a
probably
lot of these
60.
problems are what? The battery is dead and that sort of thing, or oil change, or
Um, electrical, electrical issues, 12 volt, 120 volt, like loose connections, stuff like that. Um, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, I think it's a good business. It's not a great business. I think it's a good business. Because a lot of times these RVs are traveling all over the place and their chances are they break down, they're very far away from home.
Yes.
Because I remember driving from Toronto to Florida and my RV blew a tire and it was in the middle of the night and you know, dealing with people that, you know, that are missing teeth and
Yes.
I think you know where I'm getting,
Yeah.
am I going to be raped by this guy this evening?
Right.
That type of concern. So if I were in your shoes, I would build, such unique branding, such great differentiation that people from all over North America would feel comfortable with me and my company before they meet me. Because that's a huge concern from my perspective. Can I trust these people? Right? And and to give you some background, I've had Frank has been my mechanic and our family mechanic for over 30 years
Yeah.
because there is that trust, right? So if you can create an atmosphere of trust and alleviate some of these problems, I think, because the problem is that the reason why you don't have 10 mechanics right now is because you don't have enough work. Because if you did have enough signed contracts, then you would have no problem hiring 10 mechanics. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'd like to go into what you just said as well. Contracting, like a subscription based, something like
Preventative
that.
maintenance type subscription. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. And I haven't done that. And I know that that's a huge thing right now. I mean, look at a lot of businesses are doing that. It's a good model. And it's repeat, it's revenue, right? It's repeat
Yeah.
revenue. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's about, I got to figure that out as well. Also, I don't do mechanic work. I don't work on the engines.
Okay.
Um, it's
So I'm
all
hoping you
like,
have a sub that does that. Do you have subcontractors that do that?
I do not. Usually if somebody calls me, I'll find someone on Google for them. I'll go through and look at all the reviews and find
Yeah.
um,
So
a good
cold.
company for them.
So cold. So you're doing half the job or a quarter of the job. So think about that. I'm not saying this to insult you. I'm saying this so you
Yeah,
can look at your business through my eyes.
I see.
Okay. Don't solve
Right.
half the problem. Be the guy that the RV owner says, yeah, I know a guy. He will fix it. It doesn't matter what it is, he will fix it. Be that guy. Be that company. Right. And word of mouth travels. Yeah, if you're in Florida, your RV breaks down, here's the phone number. Right? Be that guy. And to me, and once you start setting up dealerships all over North America and be the guy to go to in any state, I think you have, a 10 million, $50 million business. But you got to have the trust. Are you ambitious?
I like to think so. Yes.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then you need to stop with working with your hands and start working with the big tools.
Yeah. I think okay, I need to know like to know the steps. I also sometimes I get in my own way.
Of course
So
you do. We all do.
right. Um, so it always helps to have someone to talk to. Because it helps me like reiterate, things are actually I'm doing right or I should make an adjustments, um, just by having conversations with other people that have that outward view of what I'm doing or
Mhm.
outside view of what I'm doing.
Okay, so give me some more detail. How long have you been doing this? You were with a dealer for 9 years, you said?
Yeah, I worked at a dealer for about 9 years. I've been doing this for a year, a little over a year
Okay.
by
And
myself.
by yourself, and what kind of revenue have you been doing in the past year?
All right. So when things started kicking off, when I got my Google reviews up, say it took a while to do that. So January of this year, so January, February, and March, I generated right about 18,000 a month profit profit by myself. And it's
Okay.
okay. I just know more can be done. I just need more people. And that's really it. Because I
Mm,
work myself. I tested myself to see, what am I capable of with the business if I push myself. And that was January. In January, I didn't take any days off in January. I worked 31 days straight, about 3 to 4 jobs a day. And that's where I brought in right about that 18K after 18K in profit.
okay. And you're sure it's profit?
It was profit.
Okay. So I mean that's pretty damn good by yourself. So
Yeah.
I'm seeing a business here. I'm seeing a profitable business here. You just need to design the business side of the business. You know, the
Right.
branding, differentiation, the business blueprint, and the other 33 chapters in that textbook, right? And that's what we do. That's what we've been doing for the past 40 years. We met on TikTok, was it?
Yeah, I saw you on TikTok.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that how we met, or did we originally meet somewhere else?
No, it's TikTok. I was
Okay.
just browsing. And you popped up,
Okay.
and I
I
think I
popped
added
up. You
you.
didn't do a search or anything.
No, I was always browsing business stuff, and one of your videos popped up, so I started watching your videos, and
Okay. Do you
that was it.
know, do you remember which one?
No,
No? Okay.
no.
Um, okay. I mean, I like your business. I like your business model. As I said, I own shares in 19 different companies. We are starting 5 other companies.
Right.
And I like this model. If you like the franchise concept, I think this is a franchisable concept.
Mhm.
Um, and I would be willing to put 100 grand into something like this for marketing purposes to design it to, a 5 million, 100 million type franchise. The reason why I'm saying that is because in 2.5 minutes I have another call, so we may have to
Yeah.
schedule another call. Um,
Right.
but I like the idea. And the reason why I like the idea is because when you look at Velo, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a mobile bike repair shop, and it's franchised, and it's done by the Dragon's Den, Shark Tank people. I don't know which side.
Okay.
And it's a successful franchise. And I didn't
Right.
think it was a good model because how much can you charge to fix a bike, to do a bike tune-up, right? Then you've got the
Right.
travel time and so on, but apparently they're quite successful. What's your average price tag? What's your average ticket?
So the minimum is 250, $250.
Okay.
So that's between that and 300 is average ticket.
Okay, so it's not that much. So that's probably what they're charging for the bikes because the
Yeah.
the the bikes are, they're carbon, the bikes are 15 to 25,000, so they're higher
Okay.
end bikes. So
Right.
but I'm surprised your price tag is so low. What's your hourly?
So the hourly is 150. I had it at 300 for a service call, and that includes the first hour for there to be diagnostics or repairs. Um, but there's a lot of companies moving in. There's actually another franchise business that just moved here to Jacksonville, and they're people are shopping now. They're shopping um, maintenance guys or repairmen. So I've been getting shopped a lot. So I just dropped down to their price. And that's what I started doing the past 2 weeks. But before that, I was $300 to show up, and I was doing fine until the company showed up to Jacksonville.
All right. So
So
if they're shopping around, how many of them shop around as opposed to say, yeah, come on over?
I can't give you a number. We'll say half,
Okay.
maybe even just 30%, 30 to 50% of
30
them.
to 50% shop around?
Yeah.
Okay. So which
Yep.
means, 70% or 50% say, yeah, come on over.
Correct.
Okay. Because, $300 when you're doing diagnostic doesn't sound all that expensive. You know what that tells me though? There's a credibility issue, right? Because let's say, my RV, I'm driving a $500,000, $300,000 RV, and you say it's going to cost me $300 to come and fix it and get me back on the road. There should be no doubt there,
Correct.
right? There should be no doubt.
Correct.
So tell me about your website. Tell me about your reviews. Tell me about your credibility and trust foundation. Colt.
Credibility and trust. It's great. Google
Okay.
reviews. Great. They're all 5-star. I have about 25, read about 25 reviews. They're
25 is
great.
not a lot. I understand it's only
Um,
been a year, but 25 is not a
yeah,
lot.
they're solid. It is solid 5 stars, and that's what puts me ahead a little bit. That's really it. I don't have a website. I don't have any of that at this
Okay.
time.
So when they try and check you out, they come out empty. And that
Only
credit,
Google.
yeah.
Mhm. And Facebook. I have a Facebook page.
Okay. What's your company name?
Robinson Mobile.
Yeah. Yeah. Not in love with that. Okay. Well, I see, generally, if you watched any of the videos on YouTube, especially, I always talk about building the business blueprint and doing your organic marketing 1 to 5 years before launching the business, right?
Right.
And everybody has it back asswards.
Right.
And you have it back asswards as well. Now you're starting to pay for it,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
So,
Mhm.
but it's definitely fixable. Um, so I mean, the other person is 2 minutes late, but what I would like you to think about is what type of help you want. Because you probably guessed that I'm definitely a type A personality. I'm very focused. I'm obnoxious. I'm headstrong. I have my ideas and I have proven techniques and I stick with what works, right? I don't do trial and error. Even when I go to my favorite
Right.
restaurant, the Keg, I don't experiment. I know what I want. And every time I go there, I order the exact same thing. So I'm not the typical entrepreneur that chases shiny things. Okay. So what I would like you to think about, and please schedule another call for tomorrow. Okay. Find some time tomorrow night. I don't care if it's at midnight, but tomorrow. And think
Okay.
about what type of help you would like. Because for years I kept saying, well, I won't get into that. Tell me what kind of help you would like, because I get excited about companies and I like your concept, and I think there's an opportunity here for us to be partners, or if you want to keep 100% of the shares, that's fine too. But I think there's an opportunity here, and the reason why the shares make sense is because I can get it to 10 million or 100 million a lot faster than you can on your own. Okay,
Correct. That's why we're talking, right?
I can probably save you 5 or 20 years in your life.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
So think about what kind of help you would like and send me whatever information you want to send me on, are we connected on Facebook? You have my email address, so send it to me. Any marketing, any, if you want to send me any financial reports or any pictures of some of the work you've done or even send me a link to your testimonials. Send me whatever you had so I'm well prepared before our next call. Okay?
Okay.
And we'll
Okay.
talk again tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
And then tell me what the average repair is. You said it's diagnostic. How long does it take to, I'm assuming you have great diagnostic equipment, especially for electrical, and the electrical can be a huge problems.
Yeah.
Are you an expert at electrical? Is that why people call you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm really good at diagnostics. I'm slightly ADHD and ADD,
Okay.
so I get hyper focused um when I'm doing diagnostics, and I don't quit till I figure it out type of thing. But I have all the equipment in the back of the truck. I mean, yeah, I'm really good at that. Um, it's really
You're
it.
you're you're smiling. There's something there that you're not saying. What is it?
No, I was smiling because I get off track real quick because I was laughing at myself because I was just gonna ramble at you.
Okay.
So
No problem.
no,
All right. Send me an email. We'll talk again tomorrow night. Have a good day, Cole.
thank you. You too.
Okay.